I grew up listening to Lil Wayne, Young Money, and so I knew who Drake was, and I've been a fan ever since. But that even in his most, even at his peak, even before his peak and shit, there was always something about Drake that I was like, man, like this nigga started off Degrassi and now he's one of the biggest fucking artists. There was always something iffy and Illuminati deep about his shit. If there's one reason I just don't fuck with Drake, it's mainly because apparently when Wayne went to jail, Drake fucked Wayne's girl. Like that shit is wild to any real nigga who hears that shit. You got some fuckboys out here that'll hear that shit and go, "What's the issue?" But all the real niggas know why. Like that's a fucking foul, like timeout type shit. Like without Lil Wayne, there would be no Drake. Period. Point blank. So regardless of everything else, enough being said, at you don't fuck his girl. Like you don't fuck the man that put you on. You don't go behind his back and do some snake shit to him and shit. Like if you're gonna do it to anybody else, not him. And there's probably some fans that heard about that shit way before I heard about it, and maybe that's the reason why they hated on Drake for years and shit. But definitely when I heard that, that was the moment I was like, damn. Like that as a fan at this point, if this was some WWE shit, I would expect him waiting to come back and get a rematch and do all that, like take a steel chair across his head type of shit. Might not have set Wayne up to be robbed or anything like that, but you definitely still betrayed him. And we all know how rigged and set up the rap game is, the industry itself, really, music industry and period. And for some strange reason, there's this like blind spot that they love to believe that if you listen to Taylor Swift, that you never heard of Lil Wayne and shit like that, but that's not been the case for a while now. So just because Drake makes club music really, and Kendrick make these more soulful, lyrical, much more lyrical music, they don't think we can listen to both. But real fans who've been listening to both Kendrick and Drake throughout all of these years understands the difference in between their music and what makes Drake's music his music and what makes Kendrick better. So like if you don't understand that point, then you're missing an entire thing like I was. Because this has never been about who makes better music, because if you put both of their music up side by side, Kendrick is winning that shit 9 times out of 10. Maybe if you like beats more, that might change for you, but if you focus strictly on lyrics, Kendrick's gonna win damn near every fucking time. Every album has a formula, but Drake's formula for the past, I'll say 10 years now, has been half of the CD for the women, the other half for the men, and then there's like an in between for the radio.